Haven't really driven this car very much. It's been sitting in my garage, begging to be used. Your eyes don't deceive you, my friends. That's a Corvette C5R, fully upgraded. 903 horsepower at the rear wheels, somewhere in the low 700 foot-pounds of torque at the rear wheels. Now, you may be wondering, Jane, how does this about 427? How'd you drive this car so well? I mean, you haven't driven it at all in Gran Turismo 4. Actually, that's true, I haven't. But see, that's what's cool about Gran Turismo. In Gran Turismo 3, I drove the crap out of this car. I mean, I drove that thing for several thousand miles in Gran Turismo 3. And within a couple laps on some racetracks, I was back to almost as good as I was before in Gran Turismo 3 with this car. You'll see what I mean. This car's awesome. I don't think I can find a race car that'll ever beat out my C5R. It's wicked. I mean, I love it. I'll turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear the car more. I mean, it's got everything that I like. It's got great straight line performance. It's got amazing brakes. The steering is smooth. It's not jerky. I mean, I do like the Camaro LM race car. I mean, that's a worthy competitor against the Corvette on a short track because where there, the Camaro LM steering, it's twitchy. But you want that on a tight track. But on more wide open turns like the one I just took, that twitchy steering gets in the way, and I find myself overcorrecting a lot in the Camaro LM. Now, that doesn't mean the Camaro LM is a crappy car. It really isn't. It's pretty much got the same specs as the Corvette C5R fully upgraded. I mean, it makes a little bit less horsepower at the rear wheels. But what sets the Camaro and the Corvette apart is that the Corvette is lighter, makes slightly more power, has, at least for me, better steering. I mean, it's not twitchy. It's smooth. It's very linear. Both cars have really good brakes, but you'll see, eventually the Corvette will, my car basically here, will take the lead. So it's worth noting that I hate this track, almost as much as I hate Seoul Central. It's so choppy. You know, the transition from straightaway to turn is not smooth. I really hate tracks like that. New York has the same problem. But, you know, despite my bitching, I still finish out in first place. Surprise, surprise. Maybe because I'm driving a car that I love. The C5R will always hold a place in my garage. It's a badass. It's fast, and it knows it. And you see, I'm catching up to that Camaro. He may have the short ratio transmission, but that can only go so far. Because as soon as that road opens up, it'll go from a neck-and-neck battle to the Corvette gaining a lot of ground and putting a lot of distance between itself and that Camaro LM race car. And that's actually, if anyone here also drives a Camaro LM race car, I seriously respect you guys. You guys make do with such an interesting car. I mean, it's a great short track car, but I just can't get over the steering. I've tried everything to make the steering a little bit less responsive. I put on harder tires, I've played with the suspension, but nothing makes the steering less jerky, and I just can't handle that. And as you can see, obviously my Corvette's in the lead. That Camaro, he never even gets close to retaking the lead at this point. Simply because he's reacting now. I can brake check him, I can put him into a wall. I don't do that, though. I respect the Camaro LM. I'm gonna be a nice guy and give him a fair fight. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna go balls to the wall. I mean, this thing's really quick. And each lap I get a little bit better at some parts of the track. Like that first turn there, I braked at a little bit more of an opportune time this round. And then next lap I do a little bit better. So I'll shut up and let you hear the music in the cars now. I think you've heard enough from me gushing about how good the C5R is and how I'd make sweet love to it if the opportunity ever presented itself. My bad, I should probably zoom this camera in a little bit. There we go. A little bit better picture quality for you. There we go. All better. Sorry about that, guys. Oh yeah. Now you've heard me gush about how cool the Camaro LM and how much cooler the Corvette C5R is. Now, as much as I love the C5R, it's not quite a perfect race car in my eyes. Now, you see how low it rides. You also see how flatly it corners. That's really nice. However, you hit a bump the wrong way, and it can get a bit scary. You saw that earlier on in this lap. My car did a bit of an exhaust stand. You just need to be careful of that. You know, don't hit bumps like you did with other cars. That's all you have to do. It's a very minor adjustment to your driving style. But just know that the Corvette C5R does not walk on water in my book. I mean, it comes close. It comes very close. But it's still not quite the perfect race car for me. I like it, though. It's a 99%er for sure. I will never, ever, 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 ever get rid of a car like this. It's always going to hold a space in my garage. It earned it. And victory has been claimed.